and stews are slow cooker favorites, of course, but Julie is back with something outside the box. So we are going to be, well, she is going to be making lasagna in the slow cooker, which I think is amazing. Like, it looks phenomenal. And before we even start with the lasagna, though, there are a lot of things you can put in a slow cooker or cook in a slow cooker that you wouldn't necessarily or traditionally think of.
Yes.
Things like cakes.
Cakes! Anything you can do in an oven, you can basically do in a slow cooker. It's just cooking it slower. So it's like if something takes an hour, usually it takes about 4 to 5 in a slow cooker.
Okay.
So you can, and that's why lasagna surprises people, because they're like, oh my God, lasagna in a slow cooker. Like, how's that even going to turn out? Beautiful.
It turns out beautifully.
Yeah.
So you can do a cake. You can do applesauce.
Applesauce. Steel cut oats.
Steel cut oats.
If you have like a lot of pantry, if you have a lot of like hard beans in your pantry, you can stew beans in there, and it takes, like, you could just leave them all day, and you don't have to sit there like, you know, stirring a pot, or
that's right.
You have your oven on or whatever, or your stove on. So things like that. Yeah, it just makes it so much more convenient. The lasagna in particular, I made it this weekend.
Yeah.
I literally started it in the morning, and by the time I got home from the kids' activities, we had dinner.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and the house smelled amazing.
It's sitting there waiting for you. We're going to do the garlic bread as well to go on the side, but I guess the rule of thumb is if you would put it in the oven and it would come out not crispy, but something like a lasagna, you can do it in a slow cooker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
so you can put almost anything in there. You put your ribs in there.
Exactly. So this, to start off, you've got to make your sauce. I don't like putting anything raw in a slow cooker. Because even though it's 5 hours, I just find it just doesn't cook it nicely. So you always do everything outside the slow cooker, like the meat-wise.
Yes.
So this is a meat sauce, and it's literally just onions, garlic, some olive oil, and then I've softened some onions, and then I've added ground meat. So this is ground chicken, but you can use ground turkey, ground beef.
Whatever you like.
No beef at all, no meat at all. You can just do onions and then just add your sauce.
Right.
Yeah.
Another tip I would say, if you are just doing the sauteing of the onions and the garlic and whatever, do that outside of the slow cooker.
Yes, yes.
That's going to bring the flavor.
Yes.
The searing brings the flavor, and then you throw it in there.
And then it just like finishes cooking in there.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the sauce, and I'm going to show you guys how I assemble it, because
it's all about the assembly.
Yeah, that's important, right?
Yeah.
Like, how does it turn out like that?
I know.
So you just really heat it up. You don't even need to heat it up because that's going to be cooking in there.
Okay.
It's just more the meat that needs to be cooked. A little bit of oregano, I forgot.
Very important.
Italian flavors. Yeah, so I like to take like traditional Italian dishes, and this is like a spin on it, right?
Yes.
Like in the slow cooker. You wouldn't think to do that.
Are both of your parents Italian?
Yes, they are.
And are they okay with you doing lasagna in the slow cooker? Let's just talk about, are they judging you?
You know what? My dad was like, he's like, oh, you're going to do it in,
okay,
I was like, I'll show you the segment. You'll understand. So you start with something wet because you don't want stuff to stick to the bottom. So this is going to mimic the inside of the slow cooker again, like we did the last segment. So you put some sauce.
Okay.
And then we're going to start a layer. So you put a layer of sauce.
You want me to layer it up?
You know what? You can do the...
I can do the noodles?
The noodles, yeah.
This is really the only part of cooking that I actually kind of enjoy.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's like construction.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
It doesn't feel like cooking at all.
Definitely get the kids involved in this part, because they like this stuff.
Wash your hands, kids.
Yeah, exactly. So just start layering it.
Do you care if do you want, okay,
break
you
them
don't
up?
care,
like,
right?
this is, if you saw what this looked like before, it was a disaster.
Okay, good.
The next layer, the best layer of the lasagna we got to do, because everyone needs to see that. It's the cheese. Yeah, so this is ricotta cheese.
Yes.
Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
And then we have mozzarella cheese. And you're going to mix it all in a bowl.
So you're doing 3 cheeses?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And we're going to mix it all together. And this is going to be the next layer.
Okay.
So you want to add some sauce while I do this?
You got it. So sauce on you do sauce every layer?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's going to be noodle, sauce, cheese, until everything's done, basically.
Got it. So this is where everybody gets involved. You do this in the morning when you did it with your kids on the weekend, and it was a busy, busy day.
Yes.
What, you did this, 9 a.m., 10 a.m.?
Yeah, I did it early in the morning, and then I swear, by the time I got home, I was like, oh, perfect, because you're so tired. I got home, it was done. And then the garlic bread, which I'm going to show you guys next, it takes no time to come together. So the garlic bread, I'm going to go over to that, because I want you guys to see that. It's super easy. You give it 1 toast, and you can put it in your toaster oven.
What kind of bread did you use?
So I used ciabatta bread, but these are ciabatta buns.
Yeah.
So I just cut them in half. They're already cut for you.
Yeah.
And so you give it 1 toast, and then you paint it with some garlic butter. This is just garlic and butter done with a little bit of olive oil done inside of the microwave.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just melt it together.
Yeah.
And then you paint on the butter.
Yeah.
And then you add some Parmesan cheese. Put that down. and you give it another few minutes in your toaster oven. So you can do that. You can even put parsley. My kids don't like green stuff. I have it on the beauty there.
Yeah, they'll be like, Mom, I'm not eating the bread.
Yeah,
you ruined it.
Anything green.
You put green in it.
Forget it. I don't even want to hear it.
Right.
So that's what a few minutes in the toaster oven just to get the cheese all melty again, and this is what it's going to look like here. And you serve
beautiful.
it. Yeah, and you serve it with your lasagna.
Very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so we stacked it all the way to the top.
Yes.
You end it with the cheese.
You end it with the cheese because you want it to look
That's
like
very
that.
important.
Yeah, you end it with the cheese.
You take it out, you slice it. It's like a
Beautiful
work of art.
Yeah, because like Saturday nights, yeah, typically you want to go to a restaurant, just make your life easy. But this is like a restaurant quality meal at home.
Absolutely.
And took no work at all.
I would say all your meals are restaurant quality, my friend. You do very well with that.
Thank you.
And the fact of the matter is, on a Tuesday evening, you come home, you don't want to start making a lasagna.
Yes.
That's the sort of thing my mom did growing up, but I am not that mom.
And you know what?
I'm sorry, Mommy.
And
like,
you know what? If you don't want to leave it on while you leave the house, another tip is do it while you're sleeping at night. Like if you want to plug it, because then you know.
Yeah.
If anything happens, then you can literally, while you're sleeping, you wake up in the morning, it's done.
Yeah.
Put it in the fridge.
That's right.
And then when you get home,
and
like,
it's still ready.
just heat it up.
There are a lot of people that don't want to leave stuff on when they go.
That's the thing with
true.
slow cookers,
That's very
right?
true.
So,
Cityline.tv for the recipe. Thank you, Julie.